Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Shabbat shalom. Greetings and salutations to everyone. This is Karim Reda, as some of you already know me, and today I want to talk about Jerusalem, the holy city, Al-Quds. I want to talk about Jewish perspectives, Christian perspectives, and Muslim perspectives on some of the holy sites and the significance Al-Quds has. And just to have things in perspective, yesterday was Friday, the 15th of April 2022, and it was a very special day for the three monotheistic religions. For Judaism, it was what they call the start of the Passover, or the Pesach. And basically it's when Jews celebrate when God liberated them from God liberated the Israelites from Pharaoh of Egypt. For Christians, as some of you already know, it's Good Friday, or it was Good Friday yesterday. And basically Good Friday, Christians celebrate when Jesus Christ was crucified, allegedly, on the cross in Jerusalem. And for Muslims, as a lot of us are celebrating, it's the Ramadan, and not only the holy month of Ramadan, but it's also the midpoint of Ramadan. So it's the night of the 15th. So that means it's exactly halfway through Ramadan. It's the holy month of fasting, of spirituality. For us, we also believe it's when God descended his holy word onto the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, in the form of the Quran, which is our holy book as such. But what I wanted to talk about today, having this in perspective, is what does Jerusalem mean for each of these three faiths? What significance, what history lies behind this holy city, this holy land? And what significance do some of the holy sites within Jerusalem mean for the different religions? So I'm going to start with Judaism. For Judaism, Jerusalem, basically is the holiest city in their faith and the spiritual homeland of the Jewish people. I'm taking some notes here. That's where I'm reading. You're gonna see that I'm gonna read a bit in a while. And by the way, I'm doing this video in a response to my good friend Adam Levy, who posted something on Facebook about Al-Quds and about the Beit al-Maqdis, and about the Al-Aqsa mosque, which was inaccurate, and he requested for me to basically elaborate and to provide some proof on how Beit al-Maqdis is in Palestine, is in now Israel, Jerusalem. And this is where the premise or the reason behind me doing this video. So shout out to Adam. No hard feelings. I'm doing this for you and for everyone. Not meaning an attack on anyone. Just good vibes. Sharing the knowledge and sharing the love. So like we were saying, Judaism. For Judaism, Jerusalem is basically the holiest city, like we said, for their faith. It's the spiritual homeland of the Jewish people, and it holds within it what was called the Temple Mount. The Temple Mount is where the prophet and King Solomon built the first temple. The first temple, this coincides a lot with the narration in the biblical and Islamic perspective. Solomon was the king, was the son of King David, or the prophet Dawood for Muslims. And this was, the first temple was built around 957 BCE, so that's before Christ, around 1,000 years before Christ was born. It would be later destroyed by King Nebuchadnezzar II of Babylon. So these are the Babylonians, the empire that lived in the area at the time. After that, the Jews claim that the second temple was constructed by someone called Zerubbabel in 516 before Christ, BCE, later to be destroyed and dismantled by the Roman Empire in 70 CE, that's after Christ. Orthodox Jews, and this is something I want you to pay attention to, some Orthodox Jews believe that there is a prophecy that there will be a construction of a third temple within the mount, the Temple Mount. This is really the essence of what I'm going to be talking about. And there is where their Messiah will arrive. You need to bear in mind that Jews do not believe in Jesus Christ as a Messiah. Muslims and Christians do, but Jews do not. That's part of the reason why in some of the narration of Christianity it is argumented that they basically condemned Christ and crucified him on the cross for Christian narration. The Jews did that. The Jews are the one who judged him and crucified him on the cross for Christianity, right? Because they don't believe he was the Messiah. And the third temple is the sign and the project to bring forth the Messiah and the apocalypse, the end of the world. In fact, basically about this point, and I will touch on it again, but some people argue that this is one of the reasons why there is an occupation of Israel of the Holy Lands, because there is an ambition to build that third temple and to bring forth the prophecy. Let's put a point there. Let's put a parenthesis there and continue with our argumentation. Okay, as for Christianity, the significance of Jerusalem, basically it's the place where Jesus Christ lived, preached, healed people. Also in Jerusalem is where the Last Supper was held, where Judas betrayed Christ. That's something both Muslims and Christians agree on. And basically it's where they built the Holy Sepulchre, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, which is believed to be the site where Jesus Christ was allegedly crucified. So all this is in Jerusalem, in the city of Jerusalem. The matter of the fact is the Crusades were organized around this narration, this objective of this is a holy land, this is where Jesus Christ was crucified. We want to claim this back for Christianity. We want to take it back from the Muslims at the time. So things to think about. Now, obviously, as some of you already know, the significance of Jerusalem, or Quds, for Muslims. Well, it's the third holiest city for Muslims after Mecca and Medina. It is also the first Qibla, or the first direction of prayer, which Muhammad, peace be upon him, led prayers before his migration from Mecca to Medina. Jerusalem holds within it Al-Aqsa, as we know, the farthest mosque. Translated, Al-Aqsa is the farthest mosque, which is the farthest at the time in terms of the reach of the empire of the Muslim empire at the time. Basically, the Al-Aqsa mosque is where Muhammad was transported, Prophet Muhammad was transported during his night journey, the Isra and Mi'raj, as some of you already know, and where he led the prophets in prayer before visiting the heavens and being shown what heaven and hell looks like in a night journey. Okay. In addition to this, the site of Al-Aqsa Mosque was renovated through time, and in 691 CE, okay, that's 607 years after Christ, that's after the Prophet's time, after Muhammad's Prophet's time, the site was renovated, and the Umayyad Caliph Abdul Malik ibn Marwan basically built the Dome of the Rock, Qubbat al-Sakhra. Okay, that's the golden type minaret shrine that's next to Al-Aqsa. People often confused that Al-Quds, the Beit Al-Aqsa is the golden mosque, is the golden dome. No, that's the Dome of the Rock. The gray type mosque is Al-Aqsa Mosque. Okay, there is also a third mosque or shrine there called Al-Qibli Mosque, and that's where, if you were watching the news, the incidents happened with the Israeli police recently. So that's what I'm going to say about the perspectives about Islam, Christianity, and Judaism. Now, here's food for thought. Think about it this way. Jews are trying to build the third temple in what is today this premises or this area where there is Al-Aqsa Mosque, there is Dome of the Rock Mosque, and such. Okay, do you believe this is coincidence that we have a prophecy, an end game to build the third temple in the place where the Al-Aqsa Mosque and the sanctuary, the holy Muslim sanctuaries are? I mean, there is no questioning that the Al-Aqsa Mosque, this is the place, okay? Because, again, Adam, shout out to you, but what the video you posted about this gentleman from Al-Azhar Mosque saying that the Al-Aqsa Mosque is somewhere in Saudi Arabia is completely inaccurate, inappropriate, and irrelevant, actually, historically. Because the Al-Aqsa Mosque, we believe that has origins in the same time that the first temple was built by Solomon. We as Muslims believe that it's all together. It's layers upon layers, because if it was destructed, it was rebuilt. So for us, Al-Aqsa Mosque is in fact the first temple, okay? But having the idea of building a third temple, that's what's worrying. That's what's the reason I believe there's never going to be peace in the Middle East. There's never going to be peace in the Holy Land, because we have opposing views. If you're interested in finding out more about my opinion or my narrative, bear in mind this. What I'm going to leave you with this right now is the following. For Muslims, there is a Messiah. The Jesus Christ is going to come at the end of time, but right before that, there's going to come an Antichrist. I'm saying that our Muslim Antichrist is the Jewish Messiah, and to some extent that Christian Messiah as well. I leave it with you. Peace and blessings be with all of you. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom alaikum. Peace.